so the folks on YouTube can hear me. All right, that's that. I feel like that's better, y'all. I feel like that's better. See what I'm saying? But these are the things. Like I saw this in my head, and I was like, nah, I gotta get it. It has to be right. I gotta get it to where it's right. It has to feel right. Right now, it wasn't feeling right. And I was like, nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. Gotta make sure it feels right. And of course, that's the kind of thing where we was talking about it the other day, which is when in doubt, I'm gonna have to play art director for myself, because it's one of those things where I see, the deadline, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're on this page, and the end is near, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you got to start slacking on your pimping. You can't just start, throwing out pages just because you're ready to quit. Get the book done, So this is a good example of even I have to actually say, nope, I thought about it. And even though I had this page geared up and ready last night to get started, I even started on it yesterday. Y'all saw that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, it was as powerful as it needs to be. And after looking at it, I was like, nope, I think I can make that a little bit better. Let me make him a little bit smaller. Hold on. Maybe. Do I need to make him a little bit smaller? Let me see. Hold up. I don't want him that close to old boy. Hold up. Let's see. Let's push him over to the side like that. Just like that. Just like that. There we go. What up? What up? Appreciate y'all for joining. What's up? What's up? You guys have questions and comments, and if you haven't already, if you're watching this back, if you've missed this live presentation, that's cool. I'm gonna post it later on. But if you haven't actually seen the actual website, TuskegeeHeirs.com is where you can pre-order the book. I'm gonna start putting that in the actual comments, so you guys know that it's something that we are going to run out of. As we got a lot of good outpouring. Thank you, everybody for pre-ordering this book. But the reason we do the pre-order is not just to, try to get y'all to lock it in for money's sake. It's literally because we're going to run out. We have to order a quantity that we're going to use for the shows this year, but as well as if we know we have, let's say, 1,500 pre-ordered copies, then, or whatever, 500, it doesn't matter. As long as we know how many that we have on pre-order, we can always, of course, account for that when putting in the order. So it's a really, really helpful way for us to actually make sure everybody that wants the book gets the book. If you wait, and this is not FOMO, fear of missing out, this is just real talk. If you wait for the book, and you wait to see us at a show later on this year or something, there is a real chance that you may not, get your copy or any of the special covers that we're going to end up doing, because I got some covers laid up that I'm not going to be drawing, but some other cool, some other artists that we love. So these are the things where, just be mindful that the pre-order system is very important for us when we're ordering the books. So we know what numbers and what quantities to have, and then you guys get your book right off the rip. Like we're not, there is no, oh man, you should have caught us before such and such show, or we sold out at so and so, because we don't believe in bringing 50 books to a show. We'll bring at least a good couple hundred of these, because people have been waiting on them for like 2-3 years. So we ain't gonna play around. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So if you haven't already, go ahead and take a look at the website, and that way you can get your copy pre-ordered. If you have none of these books, you can visit our website and go ahead and get that started too. Get issues 1 through 4 on the website today. Now, if you actually get those books and the pre-order, then we're gonna send out all of the books together. It wouldn't make any sense to try to send you issues 1 through 4 and then wait and then send issue 5 later. So if you want to get caught up with the books, you might as well get 1 through 4 ordered, and then just pre-order issue 5 maybe separately, so you can actually get those books sent out to you, and then have your pre-order waiting on you. Separate orders is what I would say. I don't think we have an option to make that any cleaner, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna keep those in the back like that. Basically, you're gonna have a whole robot army just ready to go ahead and whoop up on people. But yeah, what's the Friday looking like for y'all, man? Y'all got your Friday planned out? Any kind of good stuff happening this weekend? I don't know of any events that's going down. What city y'all in? I know Atlanta is probably just gonna have a whole bunch of haberdashery and crazy stuff going on like normal. We was talking about the World Cup coming later this year, and all the things that the city is doing here in Atlanta to get ready for that. It's a lot of stuff going down. But yeah, this is the part where we try. Hopefully my audio's coming through y'all on YouTube. We try to at least get let me see if I can get it. Hold on. Kind of like Sentinels. I kind of want this to feel very Sentinel-like, but they're on a humanoid scale, not a building scale. The kids are going to be dealing with some bigger robots, which could be pretty cool. Hold on now. Maybe I can get those in the mix, because they're back there. The big robots are behind these robots. Let's see if we can get them in there. Hold on, y'all. Big robots are standing by. They're like at the base of the hill. Yeah, we forgot. I thought I forgot about those. I ain't forget about those. Hold on. I can't wait till we get this all in animation, man. This is gonna be so dope. Can you pin the website? I sure can. For those who would like to see it pinned in the actual chat. Let's do that. TuskegeeHeirs.com. Pre-order. And there that is. For those that need it, you guys can look at that. I know Instagram just added the ability to edit comments on posts, and that's pretty cool. I wish they would just make links work. That would be great. Granted, I understand the internet, and I understand people are, terrible posting links in comment sections, but just give us some tools, man. We know people gonna post, nasty stuff and crazy stuff. That's what the internet does. But we can't. Give us the tools to manage the crazy people, you see? And that way we can keep the party going without it actually messing up everything. I feel like I should be able to post links. Facebook is still one of the only places I can post links, and it's frustrating. It's like, come on now. And I guess they're trying to avoid people doing all the crazy stuff they do with links. Because I remember when I started out, man, I would post I would post my art and then I post it and leave it alone. Go live life, do stuff. I get a couple of messages saying, "Hey man, you got some porno going on in your comment section." I was like, "Say what now? What are you talking about?" And I go and look, and it's some bots that are posting, nefarious links in the comment section. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So then I had to go back and fix it, get delete, block, this, that, and the other, right? And it was frustrating, but just give us the tools to actually mitigate that, and I think that'll be fine. Let me not put him right here. Hold on. Let me put the big robot like back in the background, right? Like this. And y'all, I don't know if y'all know. If you hadn't seen the first book, you probably don't know what the actual the evil robots look like. The actual ones that the kids fought in issue 1. Well, not the kids. Abel was in the cockpit, but they actually fought up against some really, really large robots in the first book. And that's the kind of stuff to where, may have to pull that up for y'all if y'all ain't seen that before. If y'all ain't seen it before. Yeah. This right here is gonna be his leg. It's gonna be right there in front of that. I think this will work, y'all. I think this will work. So if you guys are unaware, if you guys prefer to watch on somewhere other than IG, you can watch on YouTube. We have a Facebook page, Tuskegee Heirs, that we also go live at on a normal basis. Tuskegee Heirs, you can go there, follow that page, and turn on the notifications so you guys know when we're going live. Sometimes I have some live things that will prevent me from going live, but that's just sometimes. Like this. Okay. See there? All right, cool. I'm gonna actually draw this. Oh my gosh. This panel is gonna be terrifyingly complex. It's a lot of layers going on here. And he's gonna say something right in here somewhere, like attack or something like that, something simple. But look at the difference. Look at the difference, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. All right. Sometimes you gotta draw it over to make sure you get the right feel. I'm okay with that middle panel. This panel right here definitely needed to feel a little bit more. I'm not gonna enjoy drawing all them robots, but we're gonna do it because that's my job. Okay, we're gonna do my job. Don't make it happen. All right, let me pull up the reference. Actually, let me go to the internet where this lives. Hold on, I gotta cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. Don't look. Sensitive material of some art that I did already, and I can't show y'all what it is because it's not cleared for me to show you yet. Okay, now where am I going for? I'm going for Tuskegee. All right, we're gonna go into Tuskegee. Yes. Cover your eyes. Book 5. Why am I going this way? Why am I? Oh, no, I'm going for the pages that Rodney did. That's right. Here we go. I was like, what are we doing? Why am I going this way? Okay. For instance, here's a page, Miss Teresa, since she asked for it. This is some of Rodney's colors because he good at what he does. Right? That boy good. All right, so I'm gonna get this reference right here. I can get a screenshot. Ready, like that. But then I'm gonna go and get his full suit from pages 2. When I colored that page, I colored page 2 so far. All right, let's put this in our. We're gonna get rid of that. All of this can go. go. And we'll paste that there. There's a boy. Now let's get his full suit. Real quick and real quick and real good, like everybody in the streets like it's hood night. It's good night like a Suge Knight would. Look at this color. Boy, look at this color. I ain't colored this. Rodney colored this and he did good. That boy good. I told you that boy good. This is page 3. And yeah. I didn't tell him to make that laser sword blue. Usually it's been red. Abel's energy from his sword has been red. But it makes sense that it's blue because all of the other energy that the actual weapons put out is blue. Right here, we'll have to get these little orange lines blue, little stuff like that. It's easy though. Look at that. Look at that color. Look at that color. Oh, it's getting colored, y'all. Look at that. Look at that, huh? Told you. It's going down. What's up, Bobby? Marcus, you back on the job? Yes, sir. I am, because I gotta be. It is what it is. Let me see what other pages I can show you. Here go another page. Look at this page right here, boy. Look at that page right here, boy. This is Omar, running to help his teammates. Right? You got this robot about to, you know what I'm saying? He pulling on Genesis' coat, about to, threaten to bust her in the head. Here come Omar with his weapons. I'm gonna have to add like a slice. I'm gonna put the word slice right here. Slice. Maybe 2 slices. Cause he's gonna cut that robot head in half and also the arm that he was gonna use to cause damage to Genesis. We can't have that. All right, one more. Y'all getting all the goods tonight. Look at this. So this is what I mean. Like it's going down. It's going down, y'all. All right, see. That boy good. That look good, y'all. I could have colored this, but it's like he colored it with my brain, and I'm happy about that. Looks good. All right. One more. Where we at? Oh, this is the one I gotta put together. These are JPEGs and the Photoshop files. I think y'all saw that one. Did y'all see that one? I feel like y'all saw this one. See, it's coming together. And this is all while I'm going forward, with the drawing pages, so that's where I'm like, okay, it's coming together. But I gotta keep moving forward. All right, here's what I needed. Reference for myself. I can open these in Photoshop, and I can open these in the thing. But this is the robots. Again, they're gonna be the ones in this panel right here. I'm sorry. This is what we're gonna be seeing. Same robots are coming back, but these large giant robots. That's gonna be from issue 1. I'll open that up. But you see it. I colored this page, and Rodney can color match what I did. Color looks dope. That's what's up. Good looking out, man. That boy good, man. I told you. So this is my colors. All this is my colors, right? But Rodney is such a juggernaut, right? That he can color match my style. He can match my style, and then freak it, the way I would, and if I was to be coloring if I was coloring all these pages. That's how good that boy is. That boy good. Oh, I see where it happened. See, I was coloring it wrong. That's my fault then. See, I colored the energy here orange, but yeah, we're gonna make it consistent. All the energy from the weapons is gonna be this nice blue, because the jet's exhaust puts out blue energy as well. So good looking out. Appreciate it for saying so. Thank y'all. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I kind of just need. I don't think anything's different from that one. I like that one, but I like the robot. Let me get both. I'm gonna get both of these, y'all. We're gonna get both of these, y'all. Real quick. I like this. We're not gonna see his feet in the shot, so I don't need that. This is just for my reference. Yes, you need reference when you're drawing stuff, even though you're the designer of it. Let me see. All right, got that, and then let me get the robots up here. It's a good reference for the robots. But you see what I'm saying? It's coming along, and there's more pages, man. It's exciting, and I'm ready for it to be ready for y'all. It's been happening for so long. It's been talked about for so long, and I'm just ready to get this out so y'all can be like, by time, get my copy, and we're gonna give them to. We're gonna let you have it. We're gonna be like, here, go on, take it, and it'll be great. So I'm excited about it. It's been so long. Feels like forever. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two. All right, so that's what we're gonna do, and I can get to drawing on this right now. It is 9:15. I'm gonna start drawing on what we got. All right, I'm happy with this. This feels good. I'm not gonna worry about the background as much because there is a robot back there. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me zoom in. This is where the kids are at the facility. This is the facility that they're at. They're escaping on foot. This nice weird shape, this humanoid shape, is the actual Abel is in his robot form. This little blob right here is Ayana, who's already taken off. This is the rest of the jets right here. And so she's already taken off. She's about to transform on the next page, right? So 2 robots are going to transform. The other 2 are going to, bonk out with their jets so they can get out of there. YouTube said, Javi says, you already have your backup colors for your animated feature. Oh, you know it. We're going to need a lot of people, though. We're going to need a staff for the animated. It's going to be crazy. Thank goodness that I actually saw how that works. And it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. All right, let me get to drawing. Let's get to drawing, y'all. I'm gonna put it down. We're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna put it down. We're gonna fall in love. All right, we're gonna go down 1, and we are going to do that. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go like this, and let's get to drawing this boy right here. They will draw that boy. Now the question was, do I keep him with this headpiece? I think we keep him with the headpiece because he had the headpiece on because it was attached to his jackal mask. It's morphin time. Exactly. You didn't say it right though. I didn't hear you say it right. You gotta capitalize morphin so I can really know that you watched that show. You gotta say it with emphasis. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace myself completely when it comes to this stuff, man. There's no way I can do all of the stuff and do animation. That's insanity. No way. When it comes to the animation production, I'm gonna have to find somebody to actually work on the comic while I am doing me and Greg are doing, writing rooms and working with background artists and everybody else. It's not possible, y'all, to do everything that needs to be done for animation because it's not that I don't want to. It's just, Lord have mercy. When you're let's say we're dealing with let's say we're the showrunner, like we're doing the whole production as we want to, right? Say everything is going the way we want to. We're gonna be in meetings pretty much all the time, just to make sure everything is consistently getting approved and that it's enough people, it's enough stuff going on, man, where you're like, if you never seen that, process in animation, man, it's as the actual showrunner or director or, the driver for, what the content is, everything from, the voice talent. You have to be in on the voice talent. You got to actually go for, the writing room. You have to go into the music. You have to go into I'm talking about character design, background characters. You have to approve everything. I'm not going to be drawing all that. I'm gonna be in a position of, working to quality control. I'm gonna have to hire an art director. Like I can't drive and make sure everybody's in the car doing their job. Uh, I'll do it for you. Oh, okay, that's cool. Thank you. Because yeah, right now I just doesn't sound like you were there when that show was happening. You gotta really emphasize that morphing. There's morphing time. Morphing time. You gotta really get it in there. So it's good to have a team that knows what they're doing. Lord have mercy, you have no idea. It feels like it's what it's supposed to feel like, man. That's the best feeling that you can ever have, because you're in good hands. I'm confident, and I'm not worried about the colors, because Rodney is dope. He knows what he's doing. He's competent. He understands style. He understands direction. If I give him direction, he knows how to follow direction without hand holding, all of the stuff, man. Like it feels really, really cool. It's the best feeling that you can get, is when you have a team of folks. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing it to the best of their skill level, and they understand the same quality standard you set for yourself is what you expect to see. So it feels phenomenal. You're right. So that's where I'm excited, man. When we get to animation, it's gonna be like a whole new ball game in terms of quality control. Because right now, like I don't have to stop and say, well, I do actually. I did redraw this whole page, but I don't have to stop and make sure. Hey, I got to talk to so and so, and give them notes on this right here, because this doesn't look right. Right? I can do that to myself, but when it comes to a team, right? That's why meetings are so important. You have to have meetings all the time. Quality control meetings for content. Let's look over the backgrounds that were done this week. Let's look at all of the actual content that was created last week. Let's look at everything that's on the docket for next week. You know what I mean? Like, and you really have to, what do you call it? You have to project manage. You got to project manage your butt off, because there's so many moving parts in that production phase, man. If you don't, just look for some stuff to fall through the cracks, and you're gonna be upset. Like, hey, where's so-and-so? What happened to that character? We need to move. The schedule, says we're supposed to be on this week. So what's up with that character? Oh, we haven't got word back from blah 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 blah. You can't do that in production. Everything has to be accounted for. So project manager is gonna be on deck. Probably two. We need a head. When I was at Sony, we had 2 project managers. Keeping up with everything. It was crazy, but it was necessary. Like, you had an assistant, not assistant. Well, I don't know if you can call him assistant project director, but he was like project director number 2. So, as they were doing the meetings, right? He was. You had the main project director. She was doing her job, make sure everybody was on point. And then the assistant project director was literally in every meeting as well, like keeping everything almost double tracked, And I was like, dang. And then she messed up and showed me her the main project director messed up and pulled up her Excel sheet in one of the meetings. OMG. And I'm not used to it. It probably looks normal to anybody that's used to that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, that's pretty status quo. Oh, Excel's supposed to look. It looked like alien speak to me. It was just so many things, color-coded dates and names and job titles and all this stuff. And it was just, this perfect storm of just accountability checks. And I'm like, yep, that's what it's supposed to. Now I know that's what you need in order to make that kind of project, hit deadlines and keep up with all of the people that are working on it. You really need to actually structure it that way. So there is no, we'll meet someday soon. We meeting on Monday, Friday, Wednesday, and we need to actually keep up with every piece of the puzzle along the way. Otherwise, we're gonna miss our deadlines. So really, really good that I got to actually see that process firsthand, man. It's crazy. It's a lot of work, a ton of work, and it's the people that, in my opinion, even though they weren't drawing or producing anything, it was the actual showrunners, it was the actual directors, it was the people that had to say yes and no. In my opinion, I don't envy that kind of that much, weight, but somebody has to actually drive the show. Now it's not to say we can't hire somebody to do that. It really was. It was stressful, but it was a really, really great learning experience because, one thing can go wrong with a piece of content, and it can halt everything. If let's say, for instance, right, we got the team, but something's just not working. You know what I'm saying? Some of the content that's being turned in is missing the mark. Well, then everybody has to get on the meeting, and we have to say, listen, we got to stop. This isn't working. The stuff that got turned in last week, most of it was good, but a lot of it is missing the mark. So we need to talk. We need to figure out what's the problem. And everybody has to be present. Everybody has to actually, jump on a call and understand where the thing is missing its mark. And that's where I'm like, it can be stressful because you got people's emotions, you got people's, that's why I said it's not for the faint of heart, man. If you're a type of artist that you get really offended quickly when someone gives you a critique, you don't go into any kind of like mainstream production because they're gonna be like, yeah, this isn't right. I need you to redraw all of this. I need you to fix this, and we need to go back over and we need to have another meeting to figure out what's going on. What is there a problem? Is there an issue? With what we're telling you to do and stuff like that, right? And you have to be ready to be like, no, everything's good. I just need to go back at it. I looked at the notes. Sorry, I didn't see those notes. So yeah, I'm gonna hit it today, and I'll have it in. When are you gonna have it in exactly? We need to know because we can't move forward with this, that, and the other. So it was crazy. It was crazy, but it sharpened me to understand what you need for that kind of production, man. It's crazy. And I'll never forget, man. I was in on one of the meetings, and they were looking at just like dollars and change for the animated series. They was like, okay, well, here's what our change is gonna look like. Here's what quarters and dimes is gonna look like. Here's what dollar bills are gonna look like. Here's what a pigeon is gonna. I'm not joking. This is like in the meeting, and it was like I joined the meeting, and they were looking at all of these little things, these subtle like background things, and I was just like, yeah, that has to be approved because when it comes up in the actual show, especially if it's in the script, the designer has to draw it, and then the directors and the IP, how do I say the IP, the EPs, executive producers, have to approve it. It has to be approved. They have to see it and be like, yep, that looks like good dollar bills. Let's go with that. Or they have to say, nah, that ain't right. I don't like that. Change this, change that. And then, we'll look at it again next week. Or how fast can you change it so we can get the updated version so we can approve it so we can keep moving, Really, really cool stuff, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. Mentally, that's a lot of work. You gotta understand how much work that is. And some people are really good at it, and it comes naturally to them. Party planners are great at it, But for me in my house, no, I'm joking. It's just a lot of drain, when you're doing that stuff nonstop. So I'm trying to get my brain wrapped up in it, and I'm definitely trying to get it ahead of time The cool thing is we're gonna have 3D animation is the goal. I think that really fits what we need. So it's gonna be a wonderful mix of all of the stuff that I love about 2D animation, and I'm gonna try to get it to get the 3D to feel exactly like I want it to feel, because it is possible. If y'all haven't seen Trigon, new Trigon reboot, fantastic 3D animation, but it looks like anime most of the time. They did some amazing work with that series. So y'all need to go check that out if y'all haven't seen that. If they gave me the money, I would love that kind of stress. In the military, it's like that all the time. Yeah, some people are built for it, man. That's how they thrive. They love that stress. That's why I have all my scripts already with the notes. So when my time comes, I'll hit the ground running. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Appreciate it on IG with it. Thank you. Said dope work as always. Appreciate you. Thank you. You'll be surprised though. You'll have all the notes, but the other part that I guess that I learned is you may have to actually really get ready to tweak what you're asking for based on the people working. Again, it just depends on your team. And it's weird. I'm trying to find a way to say it. It's not to say that you won't like your team. You may have to add a new component, a new personnel to your team that wasn't, that isn't really up on, everything as you have noted or laid it out. So you may actually have to, restructure how you communicate. It's really, really difficult to say it, but the reason I even got that job was because they were looking for authenticity and a design eye for animation, black and brown characters in animation, right? But just saying, hey, we need a black character for the background character, 40 something, and she's a single mom probably, but she's a hairstylist, right? You would think that it goes without saying. Most character designers will say, okay, cool, let me pull that up on Google, right? But that may not be enough. That note comes with a lot of what do you call it? Like assumption, right? That's your notes. That's what you want to see, right? As an EP or as a director or whatever. But you're assuming that whoever's drawing that understands the context, understands culturally what that looks like. There's so many variables, and just like every artist, you're gonna go into it and you're gonna look up reference. You're gonna look up, gather imagery and say, okay, cool, I found, 7 different hairdressers and da-da-da-da, and this is what I'm gonna use to help me build my assignment, right? A good starting space for your assignment. However, that's the problem that got me my job. Just because, that artist knows how to draw or knows how to use reference does not mean they understand the cultural relevance of what you're asking for. So your notes said what it said, and you're assuming that artist understands the cultural aspect of what you're asking for. And they may not. They just may not. Even if they black. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Just because an artist is black does not mean they understand. We don't all come from the same, cultural background. Our skin tone does not denote, that we all have the same, like, you've heard that saying common sense before. That's one of those sayings where the longer the more I live life, I'm like, that is absolutely ridiculous. There's no such thing as common sense. We would hope there to be, but that's not how it works. In order to have common sense, you would have to have a common, background, common, upbringing, something that was in fact common would have to be the status quo. And that is not how people grow up. We have different households here in America that are completely different based on a number of different variables and parameters. Single mother home, you know, from the north may be completely different from a single mother home, parent home in the south. You know, the parameters, everything from, you know, beliefs, religion, you know, city versus the country, you know what I mean? Rural versus, you know, whatever, man. It's just so many different things. So those notes, and I hear you, because that you've done your due diligence. But that just keep in mind that may not be enough, but definitely good to have it already, you know, fleshed out. Because whenever I do that, where am I at? Where am I at? Hold up, y'all. Where am I drawing it? I don't know where I'm drawing it. Hello? What layer is this? Oh Lord, I don't know what layer I drew on. Please don't be on this layer. Nope, it's not on this layer. Good. Well, I don't know where I drew it. I'll be damned. Oh, I drew it. How? How did I get here? That's weird. Okay, hold on. So, sometimes I've drawn on the sketch layer, and that is always heartbreaking. So, thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. I was drawn on the reference image layer somehow, some way. But I just take it out of there, and then I can put it down here. Y'all watching my time for me? It's 9:35 in this piece. All right, we're doing good. Negotiating people and their attitude and work style. Yeah. I can't play basketball. That's what's up. Yes, it was pretty eye opening, because, you know, they themselves told me, you know, they had been through so many artists to get right before me, you know, to get to me. They had been through a number of artists, and it wasn't just the color of the skin. It was a frustration of, you know, can you take these notes and actually, you know, follow the cultural accuracy of what I'm asking you, you know? And if you've never seen that, then how do you really know the culture, right? You can follow an image just fine. These artists were skilled enough to draw an image, but it may not feel authentic because they never lived it. You know what I mean? So it was a real problem for that production. Luckily, I was married to a black woman for 14 years. So, I got to see, I got a black mama. She was a hairdresser, and, you know, we got, we got all of the stuff, Jerry curls on up, man. It was a lot of good, you know, stuff that I grew up with to help me be culturally accurate with what they were asking for, but I had lived it, you know, so it was really, really a job that I could do, you know, without too much problem. Like I understood the assignment, and I knew it was my life, you know, so I understood exactly what they were looking for. So when they say, Marcus, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I know what you're saying. I got it. I could actually come in and really, you know, put that to the design. So, and that's kind of the way I work. That's how I work as an artist on most of my jobs, which is I'm not just gonna draw something. I'll ask the questions of, well, if I need context, I'm gonna say, okay, well, what's the attitude of the character? You know, what's the actual, you know, lifestyle of the character? What's their life been? What's their attitude? It's not just images, you know, because that stuff can come through if you understand it. So context is really important. But yeah, this one I'm gonna work on this tonight, y'all, so I can get this done. I knew I had to come back and fill this in and get this right. So I'm not worried about it. We're gonna make sure we get this knocked out before tomorrow. Y'all come back. You guys, we should be on page 20, and that's where I'm gonna be scared. Or you know what? Let me be realistic. If I finish all these doggone things, I could do it. Because this panel right here is going to be about a good maybe 2 hours. Just this one down here with all the robots. It's going to be a couple. It's going to be a lot. But I can finish this stuff right here fairly quickly. Wait a minute. Should I put this as a black layer? Hold up. Wait. Let me put it like this. Yeah. Okay. Let me put the black there. This is gonna have some heavy shadows throughout this one. On purpose. But yeah, man. Y'all feel me? Hopefully, listen. This has happened a few times in this book. Y'all got to see me check my own self and be like, nah, that ain't good enough. So it's not. I keep telling y'all, I miss sometimes. I go up for the layup and miss sometimes. This seems like an easy panel, 3-panel page, right? But it can always be a little bit better, and that's where I'm just like, all right. But you got to be ready to make them erase those mistakes. It's okay. All right, but some of this right here, I'm gonna go in and really get a lot of these darks because I want this dramatic lighting to be hitting right in y'all. All these shadows are gonna be coming from this side. We'll get all of this stuff right here. So yeah, if you guys have not, please go to Tuskegee Heirs. Make sure you pre-order this book. It is coming together. Y'all got to see some color pages today. I'm gonna make a post tomorrow so we can actually showcase some of that. We're not gonna show as much as I showed, but y'all got to see it. Y'all know what it is. You guys are privileged because y'all was in here. It is definitely gonna have to get. I gotta go hard this weekend, Sunday. I know I said I may not go live is what it is. I think that way I can just kind of, I'll see. Because part of me says I don't want to go live. And then when I go live, it feels cool. So we'll see. I'll post and let y'all guys know if I go live on Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to be drawing because we got to get, like, if I'm not on page 21 by, Sunday, then we are pushing the needle a little bit too far in terms of production. We got to get this really done so we can start fine-tuning and doing all the scripts, stuff like that. But it's coming. It's gonna be there. I'm happy to see that it came together. I feel good about it. I feel like it's gonna be a really cool story. So I'm excited about it, y'all. We're gonna make it work. And then y'all gonna get it, and then y'all gonna have a whole reading time. I'm gonna need y'all to read it 17 times. Like, look back and do voiceovers, do voice sound effects. If we got sound effects, I want to hear the sound effect when y'all read it. I don't want to hear none of this, regular talking while you read. The whole thing recited with onomatopoeias and everything. It's gonna be great. Hold on, let me see if I can get this right. Like that. Nope. Like that. There you go. These are the rings on the side of them. Yeah, no. But yeah, it's looking like I should be able to finish this. This is not a complex page except for all the robots and stuff. I love character-driven pages. I love close-ups. That makes the world go faster, It does. It really does. So. Just like that. What y'all got ready for the weekend, man? I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all doing for the weekend. As you may know, I'm gonna be drawing. Yay! But listen. I'm saying that. But once this is done, y'all. Once this is done, appreciate you, brother. What up with you, man? Once this is done, all right, brother. Good out. Good night. It's 9:43. Thank you for that reminder. I'm gonna go get my daughter real quick. You guys come back tomorrow and see how this page concludes. I'll definitely show you the actual finished product of this one. This has, all right, so what we got out here is these things go into this. Like, wait, like this. Like that. You feel me? I gotta watch Daredevil tonight. Daredevil Born Again. I gotta check that out. I saw that The Boys is back. I need to check that out. See what's going on with the show. All right, we about to ride, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all know the routine. Definitely hit me back on tomorrow. Same time, 8:30 Eastern Standard. If you guys have not seen the other issues and episodes that we've been publishing, just check my timeline in the video tab so you guys can go back and look at it. All the work that has been done. You guys can check it out. I think I'm good. Y'all. I think I'm good. Put the little black core because his hair, the way I've designed it, has a black shadow core to it, so to speak. Like that, right? Just like that. And then it has, you can see that it has the texture to it. So I'm gonna get that. It's supposed to be going to the movies, but I think I have the flu. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, if you think you got it, you probably got it. Because that's a hard one to kind of mistake. Well, that isn't until COVID came out. COVID had every symptom in the world. Like, I'm throwing up. Yeah, you probably got COVID. My stomach hurt. You probably got COVID. And I was like, come on, man. Throwing up is a symptom of COVID? Oh, yeah, it's a symptom. What? What symptom isn't COVID? Apparently, everything is a symptom of COVID. You be suffering from temporary blindness, and that was COVID. I can't taste nothing. That's COVID. God dang. What don't it do? It was bad. Bad time. All right. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it do. All right. You got to see that come together. Let me turn it off. Let me see what it look like. Yeah, it's going to be clean. And, let me see if I can get that. I don't want it to be too maniacal. He chilling right now. He chilling. All right, that's gonna be it for this one, y'all. For now, but y'all got to see it come back together. Y'all see what the redirection is. I feel like that's way better in terms of the actual impact of that shot. This one is gonna be pretty simple, and then this one's gonna take all dang all night. What it is. Thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna go get my daughter. Thank you. Until tomorrow. Peace.